The next one is to James Keys. All right. This is for James Keys, member at large for Central City Democrats. The certificate of recognition is presented to James Keys in honor of his efforts in increasing political awareness in Central City's small businesses and residents. We applaud your tireless efforts in building and developing grassroots organizations in San Francisco. Signed, Tom Amiano.
And this also goes out to James, and many of us know the countless number of hours that he spent volunteering at City Hall for District 6, serving constituents and responding directly to needs that people have in our neighborhoods. So it's in recognition of his exemplary volunteer service in building and developing grassroots organizing on behalf of the Democratic Party in San Francisco. The Board of Supervisor extends its highest commendation and appreciation.
My name is Jeremy Miller. I introduced myself a moment ago, but I'll say it again. I'm co-director of education, non-incarceration. It's a nonprofit in District 6. I also had the pleasure of working very closely with James Keys on this campaign, and at points being somewhat of a de facto campaign manager. It was quite a ride. I want to just very briefly touch on James's clarity of vision. Out of the people that I have met in my life, he is one of those few human beings that can step into a very difficult position and enter it and stay through the entire time with a strong clarity of vision. And right now, in his vision, right now, in his face is a lot of trauma, a lot of pain. That's why he can't be here tonight. He just lost a friend, Salvador Guzman, who also worked on this campaign with us. Salvador, rest in peace. I saw that at the end of the agenda. Salvador be recognized again. And just to return for 2 seconds to his clarity of vision, what I loved and what I still love about my brother James Keys is that he would never, ever, ever make the misunderstood analysis that the problem is entrepreneurial panhandlers when it's really entrepreneurial building owners and entrepreneurial politicians that are putting profits over people's empowerment. He would never make that confusion, and that's why I was damn proud to work on his campaign. Yeah.
Okay, again, as we read the ones that people that are not here, Kevin Malone is our political action chair. Again, a certificate of recognition is presented to Kevin Malone in honor of his efforts in increasing political participation in Central City small businesses and residents. We applaud your tireless efforts in building and developing grassroots organizations in San Francisco. Tom Amiano.
Also goes out to Kevin, who has been really active in San Francisco politics for a very long time. And it goes out to his volunteer service in building and developing grassroots organizing on behalf of the Democratic Party.
Next one is Marvis Phillips. He's our second vice president. He couldn't make it tonight because he wasn't feeling good, and so I'll read his. The certificate of recognition is presented to Marvis Phillips in honor of.
Oh no.
His. It says her.
That's all.
Efforts in increasing political participation in Central City Democrats and residents. We applaud your tireless efforts in increasing and developing grassroots organizations in San Francisco.
This also goes out to Marvis Phillips for his volunteer service in building and developing grassroots organizing on behalf of the Democratic Party and, of course, the District 6 community.
Marvis was one of the founding members of the club. All right. All right, we got it. Supervisor. And you want to vote for this one? This is our for the club. No? No? All right. Try to get all our board members up. Okay. Well,
At large.
You got to get up
All
there.
right.
Okay. Sort of like,
Yeah, I mean, it would be weird to.
yeah. Same person. Well, why don't you stand in the middle?
Sure.
Get on the other. Jenkins, no, Jenkins.
Oh,
Yeah. She's presenting.
okay, I will present. So this
So
goes out on behalf of our elected officials that actually get to represent District 6. First is from Assemblyman Tom Amiano, 5 years of service to the community. This certificate of recognition is presented to Central City Democrats in commemoration of their 5th anniversary. Its continued service and commitment towards increasing political participation in Central City neighborhoods and small businesses has been an invaluable asset to our community. Your work is greatly appreciated, and we wish for your continued success.
Thank you.
Now, this is from our state senator, who also gets to represent District 6. Congratulations on the occasion of celebrating your 5th anniversary. I commend your commitment and dedication to increasing political participation within the neighborhoods of San Francisco. It is through the continued efforts of organizations such as yours that we are able to contribute to a brighter future. Congratulations. All right. And then, of course, this is signed by the entire Board of Supervisors, as Michael mentioned earlier, to the only Democratic club here in District 6. In recognition of your active political participation and commitment to our neighborhoods, and to commemorate your 5th anniversary, the Board of Supervisors extends its highest commendation and appreciation.
Everyone get in the front? Is everybody in the picture? Come on, I'm not seeing stars yet. More flashes.
I don't know. My black belt.
It's coming out great.
Yeah, it's black.
Now I wish I had
You get us all?
Let me get the right one.
All right, thank you. I will give you a picture credit.
Exactly. Okay. Thank you.
Now we get to hear from Jenkins.
Get out.
We get to speak a little bit more. You got something to
I guess I'll just take the opportunity just to give a couple of updates. So, as Jamie had mentioned, one of our top priorities in the office currently is working on pedestrian safety in District 6. And many of you already know this. San Francisco is the unsafest city to be a pedestrian in the state of California, and it is less safe than New York, Tokyo, Hong Kong, which is much more dense than New York. And District 6 is the most impacted of all the districts in terms of pedestrian vehicle collisions. So we've been working with a lot of our neighborhood stakeholders who've been coming out from South Beach, from South Market, and the Tenderloin in particular, to help us develop a set of priorities for what we'd like to see accomplished, given the budget constraints that we have. So some things that I've been working on with MTA is, for example, to get the 15-mile-per-hour speed limit zones at our school sites, working on some crosswalks, particularly on 6th Street, and seeing what we can do around areas where we know that there are senior buildings and senior centers first. So we have a bunch in Western Soma, and also looking at streets where there's, which should be for pedestrians as well, but have a lot of vehicles like King Street and 2nd Street, Eddy, Ellis, McAllister. So that's some of the work that we're doing right now. So we're really trying to put the fire at some of these departments to make sure they're actually prioritizing some of their funds to come to District 6. Second, we're continuing to work on better enforcement for bed bugs. I did meet with Department of Public Health today. I'm trying to work with Barbara Garcia on how we can actually put more resources within their existing resources to go towards bed bug enforcement, and how to actually set some set procedures. We don't have a set number of days by which they have to respond. There's no set penalties which they give to landlords if they don't abate the bed bugs. So we're trying to clarify all of those processes with DPH and with DBI. We are also, I also sit on the budget committee, and I will probably be spending the bulk of my time the next 2 months on the budget process. And we are looking at roughly a $380 million budget deficit this year. If we take all of the department cuts, that includes the really, really painful contingency cuts, which I'm sure many of you are familiar with, we're still looking at an $80 million shortfall. And I personally don't want to approve of many of the contingency cuts already, which would really hit our district and our neighborhoods very hard. You know, cuts that are coming through DPH and Human Services Agency, Department of Children, Youth, and their families. So we're trying to work as creatively as possible to see how we can work to prioritize what we're going to fight for as a community. So our office will be leading budget stakeholder meetings so that we can develop priorities as a group and not necessarily kind of favor one voice over another, because our neighborhoods and our constituents are so interconnected. So that's what we're going to be looking at. But it's going to be a very painful process, but we'd like you to participate in it as much as possible over the next 2 months. So thank you so much, and congratulations to all the leaders. It really is amazing both how active this group is, but also the incredible level of activity from each individual member in bettering our neighborhoods and our communities. And I feel very lucky as a supervisor to have such active and engaged